Before there was a nation, there was an idea. And before the stars and stripes were stitched into fabric, they were stitched into the hearts of a people yearning to be free. On June 14th, 1775, the Continental Congress formed the United States Army, the first force to defend that fragile dream. In those early battles, they marched under a flag that bore echoes of the British crown. Familiar colors, familiar crosses, yet ready for a break with the past. But an independent cause needed an independent symbol, and exactly 2 years later, on June 14th, 1777, that symbol was born. Resolved that the flag of the 13 United States be 13 stripes, alternate red and white, that the Union be 13 stars, white in a blue field representing a new constellation. With that resolution, the American flag was born. 13 stripes for the original colonies, 13 stars for a new union, a constellation of liberty rising in the sky of uncertainty. But the symbolism didn't stop with stars and stripes. Red for valor and willingness to sacrifice. White for purity and the bold ideas of a free people. Blue for justice, perseverance, and the unity of a watchful republic. These meanings formally described in the creation of the Great Seal of the United States echo through every fold of the flag. A flag of this design was first carried into battle on September 11, 1777, in the Battle of the Brandywine. The American flag was first saluted by foreign naval vessels on February 14, 1778, when the Ranger, bearing the Stars and Stripes and under the command of Captain John Paul Jones, arrived in a French port. As the nation grew, so did the flag. 1794, with Vermont and Kentucky admitted, the flag grows to 15 stars and 15 stripes, a version that would fly over Fort McHenry and inspire the Star-Spangled Banner. 1818, Congress sets the rule we still follow today, 13 stripes to honor the founding colonies and a star added for each new state on the 4th of July following admission. Eventually, presidents began standardizing design details through executive orders, and in 1960, our current 50-star flag was made official. In 1916, President Woodrow Wilson issued a proclamation establishing June 14th as Flag Day, a time for Americans to honor the symbol that has stood beside us through war, peace, challenge, and triumph. But the roots of the celebration stretch back even further. In the late 1800s, schools across the country began holding Flag Day programs as part of a growing movement to Americanize immigrant children, using patriotic ceremonies to instill unity, identity, and the sense of national belonging. The most recognized early observance took place on June 14, 1889, when Professor George Bolk, principal of a free kindergarten for the poor in New York City, held patriotic exercises to mark the flag's anniversary. His efforts caught the attention of the State Department of Education, which soon arranged for all public schools in New York to observe the day. By the 1890s, Flag Day ceremonies had become an official part of the school calendar in New York, alongside Lincoln's birthday, Washington's birthday, and Memorial Day. In 1897, the governor of New York issued an order requiring the American flag to be flown over all public buildings, a powerful public recognition of the flag's importance and one of the earliest state-level acknowledgments of June 14th as more than just another date. What began in classrooms became a national observance, passed from teacher to student, from school to state, and from community to country. While not a federal holiday, Flag Day is celebrated nationwide. Milwaukee's Flag Day Parade is the oldest in the nation, dating back to 1910. Some communities host concerts, essay contests, and even flag retirement ceremonies, teaching the next generation the meaning behind the red, white, and blue. The American flag is protected by a unique set of customs known as the U.S. Flag Code, a guide to how our nation's banner should be treated. These traditions aren't enforced by law, they're upheld by reverence, a silent pledge shared by a free people. The American flag isn't just a design, it's a declaration of who we are and what we stand for. It has flown in victory, in mourning, in exploration, and in hope. It has been carried to the battlefield, raised on the moon, worn on the shoulders of those who serve, and waved in the hands of children. June 14th marks two pillars of American identity: the founding of our Army and the raising of our flag. Strength and symbol, defense and devotion. It is a day to remember the price of freedom and the ideals that guide it still. This Flag Day, take a moment to pause, to look up, and to remember what the stars and stripes truly mean. One flag, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.